Hey everybody, back with another video on the how to remodel the bedroom cheap. So what I've got so far is the walls cleared of that old paneling, and I've got the first skim coat on, and I want to show you kind of a side angle if you recall how bumpy it was. And there's still, I got to get on the ladder and do around the top there, but now check this out. Let's see how well this shows up on camera. It's a lot smoother than it was. Now once you go over it the first time, that'll fill in all the divots. Now this might look like texture, but it's actually really smooth. All the little dark spots is just the top humps, but like this spot right here, perfectly smooth. So I'll do a quick sanding on this. Try to do a side view here. So I'll do a quick sanding on this, get down any high spots that there might be, and then I'll put coat number 2 on it. But first I got to get that top section done. And when I pulled all this off, it did expose a few issues, and we'll address these coming up. But if you look, always on these old houses, there's nothing ever straight. So when this was remodeled, you can see the gap down here at the bottom, and the higher you go, the smaller that gap gets. Well, when it was remodeled in the position that the house had settled in. So there's a little bit of a gap there, and it looks quite drastic too, doesn't it? So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna have to fill in this gap right here. And you know, right here is about 1 inch. It goes right up to nothing, and it's about 2 inches at the bottom. And the same thing down here. There's a strip all the way along there. So we'll have to input a little bit of drywall strips there to fill that gap, and then we'll tape it and mud it in, because our trim, if you recall, is only about that wide. So this will be exposed wall here. Also, what was done, if you look, when the paneling was put on, it brought the surface out past the door jamb. So the first strip was cut and put on here, and it was nailed in, and it was put in all the way around, see? So we'll have to take that off as well, otherwise our trim will be sticking out further than the wall. And then another spot we're going to have to deal with is right here. Now there's a pretty good gap where the door jamb meets the old drywall, so we'll have to fill this in or get a lot wider trim to cover that space. So not exactly sure what I'm going to do there. Right here we'll add a piece of drywall and fill that little gap in. And then we'll have to fill this area in as well. This one here, this door, is pretty good. That one's already been filled in. So I'll just I'll tape this. We'll throw some. I got some Durabond, which is much harder drywall mud. I'll show you right here. This is 45-minute, you can call it 45-minute mud. They sell 20-minute, 90-minute, and then you've got your normal all-purpose stuff over there. So this Durabond is much harder, and it works great for doing stuff like this. Now you don't want to just straight put it on there and expect it not to crack. You're going to have to put some tape on it, but alright, so that's where we're at right now, and finish going around here. See, I got to finish that top section. I was trying to get as much done as I could on the lower section. Now I got to get up on the ladder. So, oh, and then these doorways here, these are just fine. See, we'll just have to take these first strips off like it was on the other door. Take these first strips off and finish mud in that top section, and we'll be good to go. Let's see, we got first strips on this window too, so I'll have to let me see. Nope, there's no first strips on this one. So I'll have to trim that down by hand probably. It sticks out a little bit. But anyway, there's the first coat. I wanted to show you what it looked like. Again, it's really hard to see this on camera, but it's actually smoother than it looks. It looks almost like it did when we started, but you'll see. It'll be nice and smooth. No sense in having to buy all new drywall and do all this when you can just skim coat it. Alright, well thanks for watching, and we'll show you the next step when I get that far. Thanks a lot.